Hi there, welcome to my views. Two news stories. Firstly, contact between a foreign embassy and Fano fighters. This is, you can say, first formally confirmed contact. First confirmed contact, formal contact between two sides. No formal confirmation, but I have confirmed it. You might see statements in coming days, but it has been confirmed to the extent of the best of my knowledge and my capability. I have confirmed it. So what happened? Which foreign embassy is involved in contacting Fano fighters? Is the government of Ethiopia on board or not? Secondly, Skander Nega, the Fano commander, politician turned Fano commander, took a new position about Fano struggle around 48 hours ago. What did he say? Skander, who was saying that he was working for unity in Fano, is now being accused of being a source of divisions. What happened? What did Skander say? Details for you in this video. Firstly, viewers, foreign embassies, foreign diplomats have been involved in Ethiopian conflicts. We saw that during 2 year-long Tigray war, it was the US mainly which mediated between the TPLF and Ethiopian federal government. And the Pretoria deal was the result of this mediation. US investors were key players, though African Union, IGAD were also involved, but main players were US investors. Then 2 rounds of talks were held last year between the OLA and the government. Again, both rounds were backed by the mediators, US and some European countries. Both rounds failed, but again, the Westerners showed their influence in Ethiopia, and it was Western mediation, American mediation, which helped Gilmaro in returning to Ethiopia. Talks collapsed in Tanzania. He faced some problems returning, but since mediators were there to guarantee his security, so he managed to return to Valega. Now, another conflict ongoing for almost a year in the Amhara region. Again, foreigners are involved to de-escalate, to diffuse the tension. Government is showing no flexibility. It says that Fano groups will be crushed. It is asking Fano groups to surrender, to lay down arms, to join to work with the president of the Amhara region. But government so far has not formed any formal committee to talk to Fano fighters. Fano groups are rejecting the idea of talking to the government. But foreigners are busy. They're trying to find a way out of this crisis. Yesterday afternoon, talks were held between some Fano groups, the representatives, and British Embassy in Ethiopia. It is being confirmed to us by people who were there. What happened? Obviously, the US Embassy took Fano's points. What is Fano's agenda? What do Fano groups want to achieve? What are their plans? What do they want to do in Addis Ababa? Do they want to remove the government? What is post-Abiy picture plan for these Fano groups? So these questions were discussed. Fano shared its political agenda, with the Westerners. The Fano groups were declared extremist groups 2 years ago when there was war in Tigray, and they were accused of human rights abuses. Over the last 2 years, Fano groups have managed to repair, to improve their image. Now they are seen as a party, a legitimate party to some extent by Westerners, foreigners. They say that without Fano's involvement, it would be futile to talk about peace in Amhara. Fano groups should be taken on board for lasting peace. Otherwise, region will remain destabilized. Westerners, why are they involved? Reason simple. Obviously, they want to have their influence continue in Ethiopia. Secondly, they have their economic interests. Whenever these Western countries, Americans, Canadians intervene, at the back they have their economic interest, geopolitical interest, geostrategic interest, which they want to protect through these mediations and interventions. This engagement reportedly between Fano and foreign diplomats will continue. Second, was Skander Naga. What is he doing? Is he changing his mind? Is he source of divisions in Fano now? What did he say 2 days ago? Video was released 2 days ago. Generally, when Fano fighters, Fano commanders speak or when they meet somewhere, videos are recorded but released a little later. There is never live coverage because live coverage makes them vulnerable to drone strikes, air strikes. Sometimes some journalists do take Fano commanders live, though that is very risky for those Fano commanders, spokespersons. Skander, we know, was a politician, head of Baldra's party. Then he founded Amhara Popular Front in Gojam. He took over Zameen Qasi's role. Zameen Qasi was in prison back then. Later, Zameen Qasi was released. Skander was said he was told to go. He went to Shoa, I think. He formed a new group, Amhara People's Army, I think. So now he's mostly being seen in Shoa, not in Gojam. Gojam is united now under one command. Commanders Zenebao, Zameen Qasi, Astasmar, them, they are the main players there now. ASF, former ASF officers too. There is no major role for Skander in Gojam. Even Masr Shah is out. By the way, Masr Shah, the main Gojam commander, Fano commander, but when 2 years ago military launched this armament campaign against Fano, Masr Shah and Zameen Qasi fled, went into hiding. Later, Fano was reborn after ASF members joined Fano. Fano fought. Masr Shah was nowhere to be seen. And after Gojam came under one command, Masr Shah appeared. Now he has formed Amhara People's Army in Gojam. He's formed a new group. While entire Gojam is united under one command, Masr Shah has founded another group. People say Skander is behind Masr Shah. They say that Skander is backing Masr Shah. And Masr Shah is creating divisions. Some hardcore supporters of Fano, journalists, people like Haftam, they are criticizing Masr Shah, saying that Masr Shah is creating conflicts. Where was he last year when Fano fighters was dying? Fano groups were dying. Now, when he has seen that Fano groups are forced to reckon with and they have managed to organize themselves, Masr Shah is back. Masr Shah is under fire. But Skander is being accused that he and Masr Shah are on one page and both want to have their roles as main players. Skander is in Shoa, as I said earlier. Shoa is not united. We know that there are two main groups in Shoa, of Maketau and Eseged Makanan. Skander here too. Three we can say. People say Skander is, he could be a source of divisions. He has no role to play in Gojam and now he wants to have a role in Shoa. 2 days ago when Skander spoke in Shoa, he made one interesting point. He said, Fano groups don't have a political agenda. They're only fighting to protect the interests of Amhara people, to defend the massacres of Amhara people, to defend Amhara people from massacres, from genocide. It's very interesting because Fano groups do have an agenda, political agenda. They say they want to remove the government, the prime minister. They want to have a new political setup in Addis Ababa. That is what their stated goal is. They say they want to Addis Ababa. Why? Obviously, for a political change there. Skander took a new position. Why? To make Fano acceptable to foreigners. Because the military, the government accuse Fano that Fano want to dismantle the legitimate political structure in Ethiopia. Fano wants to disrupt and remove the constitutional order in the country. That is why he has taken this defensive position and saying that no, Fano is not a threat to political system. It only works for the protection of Amhara people. Or Skander has no role, no major role to play. That is why he's feeling isolated, sidelined, and he's taking this new position. We don't want to bring about a change in Addis Ababa, not Addis Ababa, not Addis Ababa. That we don't want to bring about political change. We're only fighting for the interests of Amara people. So it's a very interesting statement for me. Skander seems to be making efforts to reclaim his role as a major player in the Amhara region. And Skander critics say that's in the name of Amhara Popular Front, David Kebrigizabr, David Wole Georgius, embezzled money, raised money, collected funds in the name of Fano, and funds never reached Fano fights. There are other issues too. Mutual accusation between people in diaspora about fundraising. We'll talk about that in some separate videos. So Skander's deputy, a former deputy, not a new one, David remained under fire for alleged misappropriation in funds collected for the Fano groups in Ethiopia. Now, Skander and Masrisha are two disgruntled elements, two disgruntled Fano leaders. Masrisha more disgruntled. Skander at least has a role in Shoa. He has formed a unit here, lesser role than he had in Gojum. Masrisha nowhere fits in Gojum now. He does not have thousands of fighters now, hundreds, no, not as well. So Masrisha wants to be back. Skander wants to have a main role in Fano. This is one of the reasons behind some ongoing splits within Fano groups reported.